My name is Gautam Goradia, and I come from India to bring greetings from what I'm going to speak about is how crime can be solved quickly through a global incident report format. So it's quick solving of crime if only the world adopts a global format for reporting incidents, so public reporting of incidents either to law enforcement or within an organization. Incidents, as you can agree, do not differ by geography. So an incident, whether it's criminal, non-criminal, whether it takes place in the United States, in the UK, in Africa, in India, an incident is an incident. Murder, bomb blast, what have you. Let's look at some common incidents that we face today. Terrorism, same everywhere. No difference at all. Assault. Petty incident like theft. Money laundering. These are all incidents. And these are all criminal incidents where law enforcement intervention is required. Child abuse. We are seeing unfortunate incidents in our country where children are being abused at schools, and most of the time the teachers or somebody from the school staff is involved in these kind of incidents. This is a very unique incident where technically it's not a criminal incident, technically, but it can turn out to be a very large incident. So imagine there's a guard who's smoking just outside a gas plant. A whiff of wind and the cigarette gets onto the gas plant, and then it can get into a massive problem. So then it becomes a criminal incident. This is an incident as well. You didn't hire a guard to sleep. You hired him to perform his duty. The point I'm trying to make is this happens in every country. So the essence of my talk is that if incidents do not differ by geography, why should incident reporting formats differ? There is no reason why one country should have one format to create an incident report, and in the case of a criminal incident to hand over to law enforcement, and for another country to have a completely different format. The world should adopt one standard, a minimum standard of global format for incident reporting. Because when you have lots of formats, you also have lots of chaos. Imagine one country sharing something with another country, or in a country like the United States, you have different states that follow different formats. I see no reason why that should happen. You should have at least one common format on which you can add upon. One of the reasons why we are safe in the skies is because the air traffic controllers speak one language. It's not about English. It's about standardization. You know, a pilot from Japan Airways, or a pilot from Korean Airways, or a pilot from British Airways or United Airlines, when the ATC is speaking to him or her, they understand one language. It's a common standard format. Imagine the chaos if people spoke different languages or different kinds of instructions. So standardization is the key. So with standardization comes what? Clarity, not confusion. Speed and preparedness. If it's standard, you know what is to be done, you're not sluggish. You have structured data. You know, if you take a look at the incident reports that we've handed out, you have very well formatted data. It's not fragmented. With structured data, you can get patterns and intelligence, and I'll show you how easy it's to create an incident report. And easier collaboration. You can collaborate between different police agencies, between cities, within a country, across a country, and so on. So you get patterns from historical data. This allows you to take corrective and preventive action. So what are the basic elements of an incident report? Basic elements. Imagine that there is a criminal incident at your where you work. So I'm going to show you a bank robbery. So imagine that all of you are bankers and the theft took place at your bank. When the police comes in, what are the questions that they are likely to ask you? 5 W's. What happened? When did it happen? Where did it happen? Why did it happen? Who were the people involved? And how did it happen? 6. And in today's times, they will also ask you if you have CCTV. Now, if the perpetrators have run away with the hard disk or with the DVR, God help you. We can help you there as well. But come back to the incident report. The police just needs this 6 questions answered. Now imagine that if you, as the affected party, build an incident report with the entire story and hand over a soft copy in PowerPoint, exactly like the one that we've given to you, to the police, an incident that's taken place in New York, the police officer can share it within New York State and can share it across the country, can even share it across borders depending on the gravity of the crime. So the whole point is, if the incident's taken place at your location, you are the affected party, so you should be interested in getting the crime solved faster. Forget about the insurance, forget about the evidence in courts. If the police can solve the crime fast, then you've recovered most of what you lost, or all of what you've lost. Now, if an incident report can be shared quickly, by the time the perpetrators maybe try to get into the next plane or next train, the police already have this information. There's no confusion. A police officer in New York doesn't have to talk to his counterparts across the country. All he needs to do is to share this incident report across. So the result is what? Crime gets solved faster, plus you've taken away a lot of burden from the law enforcement. You've given them the entire story, you've given it in writing to them, there's no confusion, and they exactly understand what's to be done. Okay, so here's the video that we're going to play now. Yeah, take a look at this. This is a real video, an attempted ATM theft. And that's the same incident report that you've got with you. They went away. Now when the police come in, they're going to ask those 5 questions. The how, whether you've got the CCTV footage. Now imagine if you handed over to them this incident report that contains the entire information of this crime. What more does the police need? Nothing more than this. It's in PowerPoint, can be very easily shared. The perpetrators would be caught much, much faster. So let's look at slide 1. Slide 1 here, if everybody's got this incident report and if somebody doesn't have it, please raise your hand, I'll have a copy sent. Okay, sir? Can you share that incident report with the lady there? So slide 1 contains all the basic information, the date, the time, the location and so on. If you see everything that's in red here, everything that's in red, this circle is the metadata. So what was so peculiar about the date when the incident occurred? It was New Year's Eve. What was so peculiar about the time? It was midnight. What was so peculiar about the area, the location? It was secluded. Now, over a period of time, all this data can come together and then it starts giving you patterns. It starts telling you that on every Saturday, between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, at Bond Street, we are seeing this kind of incident. But on Regent Street, on the same day, we are seeing that kind of incident. So what does it let the police do? Take corrective and preventive action. The police can perhaps put in some plainclothes people on those Saturdays at Bond Street before a particular time. So this is the basic information. The next slide has all the description as to the story, the how it happened. The third slide is a very important slide for the courts of law because it has all the incident logs, it has the audit trail, it has the integrity verification, and because this is PowerPoint, you can embed the little video clip within the slide along with all the relevant screenshots. You're done. This software is called COMSA, and besides its ability to create incident reports, I'm going to show you one or two things which are very crucial. I spoke about the fact that what happens if they take away the recorder and run away. The software is available on various platforms. It's available for PC, it's available for mobile devices, and our philosophy is about reporting from dirt to crime. Make sure you report everything. Don't ignore an incident. If you are a hotelier and there is somebody who slips in your hotel, record it. If you are a banker and there is a staff issue, a big argument between a customer and a staff, record it. Document it. Document incidents, because when you document incidents, you can use all this historical data to give you trend analysis. So I'm going to show you two more things. One is, again, it's a philosophy before I start the demo. Is this signage? This is a new signage developed by us. It's a very simple signage. Oh, sorry. It's a very simple signage. Everywhere you go, you will see, especially in the UK, you will see this area is under CCTV surveillance, right? Yet crime occurs. And guess why? Because nobody checks CCTV. Nobody checks what's happened in the last 24 hours. What we are trying to tell the world that it's CCTV is only the beginning. You must check CCTV from time to time as a standard operating procedure. And if you put up a sign like this at your location that we check CCTV every day, it's a great confidence building measure for visitors to your store or your hotel or wherever you are, and it's a very big deterrent to a potential criminal, because now the criminal knows that if these guys are checking CCTV every 2 hours or 3 hours, then I'm likely to get caught. And you will be surprised when you look at the little book that we've given you, you will see the benefits of reviewing. There's the stories there. You will suddenly see your cameras were not working. And how do you know that? Because you took the pain of reviewing. And our technology, besides creating incident reports, will allow you to check 24 hours of footage in as little as 1 hour. So that induces you to conduct CCTV review and to document CCTV review in a special book. So let me just start with the demo very quickly, and I'll show you how easy it is to create an incident report. This is the software. I'm going to play that same video and I'll show you how we can build it automatically in PowerPoint. All right. Same video, started from here. What I'm doing is I am just clicking F1 on my keyboard to convert the video into a screenshot. Whatever I feel is relevant as a frame is what I'm converting into a screenshot. That's it, the incident's done. I go back to my software. Now as you can see, I have 11 screenshots because I clicked 11 times. And it was so easy for me to convert the video into screenshots. I did not have to pause, I did not have to do print screen, paste it in a Word document, nothing of the sort. They beautifully aggregated. And now I tell the software to build me an incident report. And I would fill in all this information that you can see in the hard copy that we've given you. So the date, the time, and so on and so forth. Very easy to fill in. In the secondary information tab, you put in the story. This is for the course. And now look how easy and automatically the software will build the PowerPoint for you, even without me touching PowerPoint. I will not even open PowerPoint. I will do no drag and drop. Take a look. Look at that. Completely automated. My PowerPoint slides ready to be given to the law enforcement as an email. And the law enforcement can send this across the country, across borders. There we go. PowerPoint's open. And here are all the different screenshots that you wanted. As simple as that. This software doesn't end there. Why do you need to document incidents? Because you want patterns. So over a period of time, when you've got all this data with you, when you've got a whole bunch of incidents that you've recorded, just tell the software to give you a quick analysis. If you want to know, well, just tell me the location where incidents are taking place. In a split second, as you can see, the software generated the incident count. So we've completely taken away the burden from a common user to take all this data and give you intelligence. The same data, if I want to know, this is incident count, but if I want to know what kind of incidents have taken place, I just tell the software, give it to me by type of incidents, incident category, and now the same data comes in with the type of incident.